Hey everyone, it's Ryan with Holloway Benefit Concepts. With our upcoming renewal season lurking right around the corner, we wanted to shed some light on some of the differences between HSAs, health savings accounts, and FSAs, flexible spending accounts. This is one of the areas where we see the most confusion typically in the employee benefit space. So what are the differences, you might be asking? Well, there's one major one that we always start with anytime we're having these types of conversations. A flexible spending account is going to be a use it or lose it type program. The money that you put in or the money that your employer puts in, you have to use it up by a certain time frame or that money goes away. So you have to be careful. You don't want to overfund and then lose your money. The HSA, the health savings account, on the flip side, that's more of a long-term approach. The money that you and your employer put into that account, it's not going anywhere. It's in a bank account that you own. It's not going anywhere till you use it, and it doesn't matter if it's this year or 5 years down the road. Let's talk about the health plans that are typically tied to these types of programs. A health savings account, that health plan is typically going to be more affordable, but the reason is it does not have copays assigned. If you're going the HSA route, you need to be comfortable with a plan that is deductible only, that has no copays. On the flip side, the flexible spending account can be tied and assigned to any type of health plan. Usually you see these alongside your more common plans that have copays, that have the day-to-day coverage. So with the copays being in place, you may not need to fund that FSA as much, but if you have known procedures, known things coming up, or you know you're spending X amount per month on medications, that's a great number to know and use and fund into your FSA. On the HSA side of the house, being a more long-term type program, most financial institutions, and remember, the health savings account is a bank account that you own. Most banks will actually let you start investing those dollars into the stock market once you have a certain balance. You can actually grow that account much faster than you would within the banking environment by investing. And oh, by the way, those funds, those gains are growing tax-free. It's like a 401k for healthcare. I want to talk about the availability of the funds within each of the mechanisms. Remember, an HSA is a true bank account, so it has to be funded by yourself or your employer before you can spend those dollars. The FSA, on the other hand, completely different. Whatever amount you're putting into the FSA, that entire amount is available day one. So if you have a big claim, a big accident early in the year, you can actually get access to all of those funds, and then your payroll deductions will continue throughout the year as you're paying that money back, but you do have access to those funds immediately, or on the HSA, you do not. So hopefully throughout this video, you've learned some of the major differences between these two very confusing vehicles, and it's added some clarity to what can be a very muddy situation. This is Ryan with Holloway Benefit Concepts. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.